did you check out the Atlanta Housewives last night? A lot of the episode focused on Porsha and Cordell and their split. Several people questioned his sexuality to the point that even I was feeling uncomfortable. I think, I mean, Cordell is denying that he's gay, but it seems to me that they tried to out him successfully last night on the show. I did not realize that you were allowed to talk so gay to something, I mean, you know what I'm saying. So Porsha ended up, turns out she'd heard little grumblings in the street about his sexuality even before she married him. But as we all know, everybody's not gay. And so she went on and married him. I was so distracted by her hair in every scene, weren't you? Gorgeous. It was gorgeous, gorgeous, and gorgeous. And I had nobody to do hair talk to because my wigologist was on a flight coming back from LA, and he's the only one, Antoine, who does my hair, that I could call, and he totally gets into the hair talk too. Gorgeous hair, Porsha. Couple, goodbye. Bye-bye. Not next season, please. And then I guess another one of the big confrontations of the night, along with Cordell's sexuality, was Kenya confronting NeNe about her ex Walter being invited to the wedding. And then NeNe also being upset that Kenya was invited but didn't RSVP. Because she was over in Africa. Remember, she told us that here when she was on the show. I said, did you go or are you going? She said, no, I have to go to Africa. Anyway, take a look at this clip and then we'll continue.
My thing is this.
My thing is
if
this.
We're friends.
As a grown woman.
No, NeNe, stop talking over me. Listen.
Kenya, I'm not talking over you. I'm telling you this right here.
NeNe,
I want you to understand.
I want you to listen.
You're getting in my personal space. Let me tell you something.
No,
listen to me. As a grown woman, I make my decisions. No bitch that any friend that I have will never tell me who I can and cannot talk to.
And I'm not saying that. I'm saying as a friend, girl.
You know what? When I get ready to have an event, I'm not going to be thinking about whether Kenya's going to be uncomfortable or not. When I have my event, I'm going to be worrying about how fabulous NeNe event's going to be.
When NeNe is...
There were a few things in that clip that I noticed. First of all, you never violate and touch somebody in their space, okay? That right there was a grown woman punch in the face about to happen. And I'm not even the violent type, but don't get in the personal space. I'm surprised that NeNe didn't overreact to that, which in my book, she would have had a right to. The second thing that I noticed in that clip was that Miss Lawrence from the Fashion Queens in the background. Hey, girl. I watched the Fashion Queens. They premiered their new season yesterday also. Plus, they had a little marathon. I saw them on the TV while I was getting the dinner together. Anyway, but back to Kenya and NeNe. So this apparently is going to be the relationship that is going to keep us interested all season long. NeNe, don't let Kenya pull you back to NeNe season 1 of Housewives. You've come way too far, in terms of, your Hollywood growth and, you're back together with Greg. And I'm actually hoping that this might be the last season when you're on the show, not because we don't like you or not because I don't like you, but just because the Housewives are subpar to what you've built yourself to be. And even though the new normal has been canceled and there's nothing like that we know of, popping for you with those sitcoms out there in LA, and you're back in Atlanta to be a housewife, but just watch it because Kenya, if you're not careful, she will pull you right back down to where you started, and you don't want that to happen. And Kenya has nothing to lose because the Housewives is all she has. So Porsha's going to be here next week, and I can't wait to talk to her about it all. So I must admit, I had to take a nap in order to stay up late enough to see Kerry Washington.